Greetings fellow Decepticons, Sound Blaster 1987 here with another figurized standard Kamen Rider model kit review. Today I'll be looking at Kamen Rider Ghost in his original Ore Damashi form. Unfortunately, unlike Double, O's and some of the other riders we've had in the figurized line, so far there are not any plans for Ghost's other forms to be released in the model kit line down the road. As with the releases of Drive, Kiva and Gaim, we have now completed the Heisei Phase 2 riders, and I don't know what the plans are at the current time of recording going forward for the series. So, here we have Ghost in his transient state for when he's sort of between transformations, as it were, with the Ghost Driver belt. And with the, just reconnect the display stand arm. And his Ore Damashi Parky Ghost here, floating overhead on the display stands. There's a lot of accessories that come with this set because of the swappable parts and such. You've got the Gun Saber weapon in its sword configuration. And in its blaster configuration. You've got multiple other components, such as a belt adapter for the Decade model kit, so you can put the Deca driver on Ghost's body and make it look like Neo Decade has turned into him from the ZO episodes. You've got numerous different gesturing hands, and you've even got the, both hands together meditation pose type of thing for when he's initiating the Omega Drive rider kick in the show. You've also got a swappable clear part for the chest plate to swap out for the transformation from transient to Ore Damashi form, which I'll show off momentarily, but first, articulation. So, in transient state, the articulation is a double ball jointed head with ball joint stems at both the top and bottom of the neck. Then you've got a, out crunch ball joint torso manipulation type of thing going on. Then you've got more or less universal ball jointed shoulders with a butterfly rocket joint in the middle there. There's a separate hinge for the shoulder panels in the transient state to allow them to move around as well. Then you've got a bicep swivel that's really hard to use because of the ball joint socket on the shoulder. A double elbow bend. And slightly ball jointed wrists for the ease of hand swapping. Then below the waist you've got more or less universal hips with the same kind of hip swing kind of thing that the SH Figure Arts line was known for, enabling you to move the hip socket outwards a little bit further for wider poses like a rider kick and that kind of thing. Then you've got a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and universal ankles. Again, no toe hinge because only the master grade model kits of the 9.5 inch scale have those. As for the Parky Ghost, you've also got ball joint shoulders on this section as well because they have to swap onto Ghost's main body for the shoulders of the completed form. Then you've also got a 360-degree circular swivel peg where the sleeve strap arm pieces attach. Nothing at the head of the Parky Ghost, unfortunately. But for the display arm, you've got a circular joint where the peg attaches like so, and you've got multiple hinges as well. And there's another circular swivel peg at the bottom where it connects to the main display stand. For size comparison, here is Kamen Rider Ghost's transient state next to Kamen Rider Decade. I'll show off the actual Deca driver adapter in a moment, but first, to transform from transient state to Ghost's Ore Damashi form, first pop off the arms. Easier said than done with these butterfly joints coming out. Pop off the arms like so. Then pop off the head. Try not to pop the actual ball joint off with it, because you need that for the helmet. This is a problem. Bear with me. This is the problem with reviewing a Japanese model kit when you've got short nails. If the ball joint gets stuck inside one of the heads when you're swapping it, just gently ease the parts away from each other, free the ball joint socket from inside the head, and then put it back together again. I wish I didn't have to do this on camera, but, needs must. So, with that done, reattach the ball joint onto the neck, like so. Then, gently ease out these transparent pieces from the front and back of the chest plate, like so. Put those off to one side, out of the way. Also, you want to remove the ghost driver belt, so that doesn't get in the way when you actually attach the Parker pieces. Also, there's a lot of stickers on the belt, so be extremely careful. Then, once that's done, you want to ease the front half of the chest plate off. Then you want to attach this smaller piece of chest plate detail like so. There's a couple of notches on the chest plate armour that attach to these little ridge grooves on the main torso piece, like so. Then what you want to do is basically tear apart the Parker Ghost, so gently pop the sleeves off, then remove these pieces, then attach these shortened ones onto them, so you've got a peg and a slot tab combination there. Same on both sides. And you want to attach it so that the curved end is pointing upwards to make it look like the quote-unquote arms of the Parker Ghost have folded upwards in on themselves to become the shoulder details on Kamen Rider Ghost sleeves when he is complete in his transformation form. Then what you want to do is you want to gently ease the elbow joints out of the forearms of the, or out of the biceps rather, of the, transient armour, like so. Try to do it without popping these friction hinge shoulder panels off if you can. Then you want to add these pieces here in their place. It's hard to see which way around is the right way around for the elbow joint to work properly. Then, once you've done that, attach like so to the Parker sleeves. Like so. Make sure everything's the right way around. Then what you want to do is continue pulling the Parker Ghost apart. So gently take off the lapels like so. Then pull out the shoulder socket and ghost head component like so. And you can either leave this hood on or you can remove it and replace it with, where's it gone? There is also a, here it is, there's a hood folded back piece which enables full head movement for Kamen Rider Ghost, which is what I'm going to use here, although the hood up piece is designed to still incorporate the helmet of Kamen Rider Ghost into it. It's just a little harder to move the head properly once you've got that attached. So with the hood down piece attached, put the rear parka panel over the chest armour from the back, like so. Trying to get everything lined up here. Then once that's on, what you want to do is attach the lapels back onto the parka like so. Try and get everything lined up correctly. There's a lot of awkward tabs and slots and such like, and there's a heck of a lot of stickers on this model kit that you've got to be careful not to scrape off or whatever, so viewer discretion advised with this kind of thing. Mileage may vary with regards to whether you've got the stickers on at the right angles and such as well, which is also another thing to consider. But then once you've done that, you can reattach the belt. Like so. And then reattach the arms now that you've attached the parka sleeve details to them. Pop those back in place. Make sure the belt doesn't just pop off of its own accord. Apologies for the length of this review. It's a lot of parts forming to this model kit, as I'm sure you'll be aware if you watch the show. There's a lot of awkwardness with the design. Then attach the other arm. And finally, take this head and attach it onto the ball joint socket of the neck, like so. And finally, Kamen Rider Ghost in origami form is complete. Looking very, very screen accurate, I have to say. And I should know, because I've been watching the show recently. Of course, it means you've got a lot of spare parts hanging around, but that's part of the course with this kind of thing, I'm afraid. And in order to properly use the gun saber in either sword or blaster configuration, you've got a weapon holding hand for the right hand, where you'll have to gently ease the thumb off in order to get the weapon to stay in its hand properly. Then reattach the thumb afterwards. So for example, just gently twist and pull like so, and then reattach the hand that you want to use like so. And here we have Ghost holding the gun saber. So that more or less concludes the review, but before I do so, I'll just quickly show off the Deca driver belt adapter. So gently pop off the Ghost driver like so, then gently pull the body apart like so, then take off this belt, attach this belt piece which comes with the Ghost kit, so it's an adapter for the Deca driver, then take the Deca driver off of your Decade model kit or the Neo Deca driver depending on which one you're not using at the time. attach like so, and then reconnect the parts of Kamen Rider Ghost. So now you've got Decade in Kamen Rider Ghost form. For size comparison, here is the Ghost model kit next to Kamen Rider Decade. And that more or less concludes my review. I have been Sandblaster1987, thanks again for watching. So, join me next time for my March vlog when I'll be compiling a top 10 list of secondary Kamen Riders that I'd like to see in the figurized standard line in future, now that they've finished off all the primary riders from the Heisei era. Of course they've still got the Reiwa era riders they could do, but still. Then my next review afterwards will be Cybertron Leader Class Metroplex, the original 2005 release. Till then, till all are one.